Hello everyone, season's greetings. And I'm saying season's greetings because today's feature on Reading with Ricky is going to be a Christmas story. I'm going to be doing a little reading of A Child's Magic Christmas. Now, isn't Christmas magical? I know it can be a stressful time for everyone because there's so much to do. There's the shopping and the baking and the rushing and the parties and the go and go and go until Christmas is done. Whew. But it doesn't always have to be that way. Sometimes it's just worthwhile to sit back and reflect back on the good old days of Christmas from the 1970s and A Child's Magic Christmas. How magical Christmas can be for a little child. So today's feature will be a 5-year-old's Christmas, first time meeting Santa Claus and all that stuff. So it's a cute little Christmas tale, and doesn't matter what time of the year you're watching this little video on my YouTube channel, because Christmas is magical every day of the year. It is for me anyway. So hopefully you'll enjoy this little short story reading today. Who am I? Well, I'm Rick Gauthier, and I'm also known as Richard J.M. Gauthier online. I'm a Canadian author, and I sell stories. I sell short stories, and they are available individually or in collections. I have 3 collections. The first collection is called Little Ricky, the Boy from Otter Lake, and this Christmas story today is the 12th story in that collection, Little Ricky, the Boy from Otter Lake. My second collection is called Little Ricky, the Lad from Otter Lake, Adolescent Adventures. It also has a beautiful Christmas story called The Best Christmas Gift is Love. And of course, my third collection is Little Ricky, the Young Man from Otter Lake. I'm currently writing that collection. I have 4 stories available for my third collection. 3 are published and available on kobo.com and amazon.ca, including the Christmas story, which is called Ricky's Journey Home for Christmas, one of the best Christmas stories ever. But I have 4 stories, as I said, for that collection. 3 are published and available, and 1 is coming soon, hopefully by the fall or autumn of 2025. My goal is to write the rest of these stories for that collection in the coming 2 years, and that collection will also have 12 short stories. Every collection I write will have 12 short stories. Anyhow, how do you find me? Well, I sell my short stories on amazon.ca, the Canadian version of Amazon, and I also sell them on Kobo. Kobo sells audiobooks. The audiobooks are in my voice. I record the books for people to read, to enjoy them as an audio version, and paperbacks and ebooks are sold through amazon.ca. I am selling again because I'm not trying to make a lot of money. It's not my goal to make money. I sell my books because I want to use my talent as a Canadian author to give back to society. I'm not rich by any means. I'm not poor, but I'm not rich. And so I don't need the extra cash from selling my short stories. What I'm doing is trying to use my talent as an author. My fans telling me I'm a pretty good writer and they enjoy my stories. So I'm trying to sell my short stories to help raise money for the poor. And how I do that is when you buy a book, I earn royalties, and I donate 100% of those royalties to a food bank. So basically, when people don't have food or they can't afford to buy food, they go to a food bank to fill up a little hamper to have something to eat. So the money from the book that you purchase goes directly to the food bank here in my hometown of Toronto. So I am using my talent to help the poor. If you want to support me, that would be great. I'd appreciate it if you look through my list of books. I have many. I have about 40 books available now, 40 short stories available in collections or in individual stories. So again, Rick Gauthier here, and today is a new Reading with Ricky, but it's going to be a Christmas story, and I'm going to be reading that very soon. So hang in there. I'll be right back. Just want to show you, here is the first collection called Little Ricky, the Boy from Otter Lake, and today's story, A Child's Magic Christmas, is the 12th story in this collection. Okay, so hang in there. I'll be right back with A Child's Magic Christmas. So let's sit back now and we'll have a Reading with Ricky, a cute little Christmas story, the introduction to this Christmas story, Little Ricky, A Child's Magic Christmas. I'd sing a Christmas carol, but I think that wouldn't be very good because I don't have a very good singing voice. But here we go. This is the intro to the story. Christmas is drawing near, and a little child named Ricky becomes immersed in the special activities of the last days before the big day. This special festive time of year is shared by him with both his family and friends, but the most special thing of all is that he discovers the true secret of Santa Claus. This story will reveal once and for all the true secret of Santa Claus. So get your kids ready. This is a perfect story for them because they'll figure out who Santa really is. Just going to flip ahead a few pages here. I want to show you the artwork that I've prepared. Is the collage of Christmas. There's little Ricky in the middle. He is 5 years old. He's anxiously waiting to meet Santa Claus, and it's just such a wondrous time. Around him are memories of Christmas 1970s. Take a nostalgic trip back to Christmas of the 1970s. So here we go with the reading of Little Ricky, A Child's Magic Christmas.
Friday, December 18th was a very special day for the children of St. Mary's Elementary School. Today was the last day of school before the Christmas break, but more importantly, it was also the afternoon of the Christmas spectacle, which was being put on by the children for the enjoyment and pleasure of their parents, or anyone from town who needed a bit of extra Christmas cheer. The lights flickered to signal for people to take their seats. At about 30 minutes into the production, little Ricky and his classmates were up next to deliver in song their rendition of a cherished Christmas favorite, Silver Bells. As everyone around him was hustling and bustling about, poor Ricky shivered in fear, knowing full well that within seconds he and his class chums would be thrust out upon the stage by Sister Imelda in front of nearly a full house. He gulped and took a deep breath and tried to relax. The school auditorium was packed. Indeed, it was a huge turnout of excited parents and villagers who came out on this festive day to enjoy some holiday fun. Parents were excited to watch and admire their special child singing, dancing, and reciting. What a beautiful and special Christmas present to everyone in the audience. Little Ricky gulped again as he desperately tried to remember the lyrics of the song. They had practiced this melody for weeks, so he should have had no problem, but the poor boy struggled as he tried frantically to assemble the words correctly in his mind. Wondering how the melody goes, he sang quietly to himself, silver bells, it is Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring, soon it will be Christmas Day. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile. And on every street corner you hear, silver bells, it's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring, soon it will be Christmas Day. The boy smiled as he affirmed to himself that indeed he knew that he had gotten the words correctly. Yeah, he thought to himself, he had at least remembered the first few verses, and that was enough for him. If he did not remember the rest, it would be no problem. He would just lip sync. Just then, the group of kids were directed out upon the stage by Sister Imelda and Mrs. Grace Dale, a grade 3 teacher who reminded the gang to smile, sing out loud, and swing proudly their individually held styrofoam tinfoil-covered cluster of coffee cups. These were handmade silver bells, each equipped with a foil ball on a string for a clacker and a bright red velvet bow. The festive Christmas bow tied the collection of cups together to emulate the most beautiful cluster of silver bells that ever existed. Mrs. Dale thought to herself, the pretty props that I helped these young ones craft last week are perfect for this production. The little songsters quickly assembled into 3 neat short rows on the stage. They raised their arms up and out slightly over their chests, held and dangled their mock silver bells centered in front of them, raised their heads to face the audience, and patiently waited to be introduced to the spectators. After a warm introduction given by Mrs. Corriveau, a 5th grade teacher, each little performer took a fresh, deep breath of air and sang out. The audience had quieted instantly, as each sitting member was immediately transported to some magical city sidewalk, a busy sidewalk dressed in holiday style, where in the air there was a feeling of Christmas with children laughing, people passing, and meeting smile after smile. The number went on without a hitch. The children sang joyfully and beautifully, even though a few of the voices were slightly off pitch. The teachers overseeing the production stood behind the stage with faces beaming with happiness and pride. The ladies shook their heads with glee and raised their arms and hands in applause as wide smiles stretched across their faces. The audience as well stood up and clapped their hands. Mothers, fathers, seniors, and teens alike cried out, whistled, and applauded the efforts of the young singing group. When the number had ended, the happy pupils left the stage, thanked their teachers, descended to the auditorium, and merged with the group to find their way to their respective parents, family, and friends. Each was greeted by warm hugs or handshakes from proud and emotional fathers, and hearty, loving embraces by teary-eyed mothers.
This is the beginning of Little Ricky, A Child's Magic Christmas. A lot more to come, including cutting down the Christmas tree, going to bed on Christmas Eve, learning all the Christmas Eve specials, And of course, waiting to see Santa Claus. Oh boy, big Christmas story. Hopefully you liked this Reading with Ricky tale today, A Child's Magic Christmas. We'll actually consider buying this book for the holiday. It makes the perfect gift. I have 3 Christmas stories available in my collections, and if you like this one and buy it or one of the others, please, that would be great because it'll help give food on the table for people this Christmas. Again, Christmas story from Little Ricky, the boy from Otter Lake, A Child's Magic Christmas. If you like today's Reading with Ricky, give me a thumbs up, click that bell to get notified if I have new stories coming out. Of course, subscribe to my channel to make sure you don't miss any. And if you please leave me a comment. Your comments mean so much to me. They bring me so much Christmas joy. Take care. Merry Christmas. Bye.
Welcome to Otter Lake, where little Ricky takes flight through seasons of wonder and days full of light. Born in the frost with a heart full of dreams, little Ricky's laughter like rivers and streams. Families embrace, lessons